around.
Just your typical carry heroes with the disruption. All those heroes go very well
10
with
seconds
SD. You
remaining.
have good laning presence, good team fight, good late game.
5 seconds remaining.
Just overall very good synergy with SD. Right now they ban out the Weaver, that slippery hero that was quite successful for Newbee. It was just the Void didn't not getting good enough chronos for the Weaver to carry the game. Newbee
EHOME's
taking out the
turn to
Juggernaut,
ban.
just a very solid carry, like how Ice played it. Battle Fury Manta playing Butterfly, plus the Abyssal on top of it. Very difficult to catch the hero, very good in team fights, very
10
good at split
seconds
pushing.
remaining.
The hero is just good in a lot of things in the
5
game, so
seconds
very
remaining.
difficult to deal with if you don't have good reliable lockdown. So EHOME right now, still
Reserve
pondering the
time.
next ban.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely taking their time with this. They've got one shot to ban out, two more picks from Newbee. And I mean, Newbee with the Oracle, do you think the Oracle is really just kind of to go and say, Batrider, screw your lasso, or can they actually get some more done with him?
I mean, you pick Oracle mostly for that reason. I don't
Newbee's
think Oracle
turn
is
to
meant to
ban.
do anything else, and you don't really. I mean, you can pick a Husker with Oracle. I mean, that's the other thing. And Newbie have picked Husker maybe once or twice in the group stage so far. I remember seeing
10
a game where
seconds
Hao was
remaining.
playing Husker, so that option is still open for them if EHOME doesn't have good heroes to deal with Husker.
EHOME's
I
turn
was
to
telling you
pick.
earlier how much I've wanted to see a Huskar game. Maybe Newbee can finally
Yeah,
deliver.
I'm sure you want to see a Husker game because Husker games usually end fast, you know.
No, also, he's just fun to watch. I mean, blue and jump in. But speaking of blue, we've got ourselves
Newbee's
the Ogre
turn to
Magi
pick.
Yep.
popping in. That's two blue guys for the price of one.
The EHOME favorite support once again. Bloodlusted Batrider. So potential dual lane here. Batrider plus Ogre. It's very, very strong lane. Basically,
10
what you want to
seconds
do with the
remaining.
Ogre is you help the Batrider get his levels and get his farm from the
5
laning phase, and not
seconds
only that,
remaining.
you can also have a lot of opportunities to kill with your Ignite plus Sticky Napalm and
Reserve
Firefly.
time.
So pretty solid dual pressure lane. Movement speed is also always very nice for Batrider later into the game when you get more points into Bloodlust.
Yeah, I mean, what's the best plan to use that Ogre Magi? Because like you mentioned, he's incredibly strong in the laning phase, but how does he transition? How do you build him to get the most out of that
I mean,
big team fighty mid game?
late game is just a Bloodlust for the carry, or you just pick the Alchemist so the Alchemist buys you an Aghanims. Because usually the poor Ogre doesn't get to farm his own Aghanims. He has one of the best is Aghanims in the game. Like Ogre
Yeah.
and Nyx Assassin, both of the heroes have one of the best Aghanims upgrades in the game.
Dude, you got to get that reliable stun, man. Never too poor, never out of mana. Just going and be bopping around. Now, Newbee definitely taking their time here with this next pick, wanting to hold their cards close to their chest, not wanting to get too crazy here and show
Uh,
off too much of their strategy, but they're going to go for the Dragon Knight.
uh, Dragon Knight means
EHOME's
maybe they're
turn
gonna
to
go
pick.
for the Tide again. I'm not sure if they want the FV since it didn't work so well for them. But this lineup, Dragon Knight, it means Mirana. Mirana is support, so they'll have a roaming
Luna.
Mirana.
Luna picked up.
Bloodlust
Newbee's
Luna with
turn
Shadow
to pick.
Demon. If it goes to late game, this could get very ugly for Newbee if they don't pick heroes that can clear the illusion. So far, their heroes, since it's going to be a support Mirana, so Aghanims for Mirana is not going to come very, very quickly unless you have a
10
very good game. You're
seconds
stomping the
remaining.
enemy, so you get a quick Aghanims on your support Mirana.
I mean, could
5
it be a
seconds
position where Mirana
remaining.
and then go Chuan Lion to be able to go ahead and clean up the illusions?
Possible, yeah.
Reserve time.
It's a How kind of hero. But so far, I've not seen any Mirana safe lanes. It's mostly, even though I think you can probably do it, but mostly it's either mid, off lane, or support. Those are the three prime positions that Mirana has been played at so far. So I'm leaning more towards the Mirana being a support here for Newbee. And they need a hero to run around. Yeah, it's gonna be a support Mirana. Morphing is gonna be their
EHOME's
carry, so it's
turn to
gonna be
ban.
illusions. Freaking illusions everywhere. Oh my god.
I mean, Shadow Demon can just go snipe Morphling and get those little Morphling illusions to do some damage. So Luna with glaives
Nah.
bouncing around. We've got water droplets making
Nah,
it rain all up in this.
he's gonna just want to make
10
Luna
seconds
illusions.
remaining.
Luna illusions are just the best illusions in the game.
5 seconds
Illusions.
remaining.
The bounce, you farm so fast with the Shadow Demon disruption. That's your farming tool.
Newbee's
Yeah, I mean, once EHOME actually get up to the high ground, they're able to clear it out phenomenally quickly. But the problem is Newbee going to be looking to beat the aggressors here. Dragon Knight feels safe pushing. Assuming...
Tide or Void, I think those are the two
Yeah.
main offlaners, unless somehow
10
they want to run
seconds remaining.
Mirana as their offlane and they pick another support, which I feel it's rather
5
unlikely,
seconds remaining.
even though there's a possibility that they can still do that. So they're gonna ban out the alchemist, like I said.
Newbee's
The
turn
hero,
to pick.
you're gonna just buy Aghanims for Ogre, and you drag out the game because you have Shadow Demon, Luna, and Alchemist. Thank God that's not gonna happen.
I mean, EHOME, they could still go for something ultra late game that keeps it calm, keeps it cool, keeps it collected. How early
10
can
seconds
EHOME
remaining.
fight?
Depends on what Newbie go for their last pick right now.
5 seconds
If Newbie goes
remaining.
for like the timing push with the Tide with Mac, then EHOME has to be very careful because their team fight
Reserve
right now is
time.
not as strong if the Newbie goes for the Tide, and they don't have a hero that can buy a Mac
10
unless they
seconds
finish up with their
remaining.
last hero that can go for Mac. Oh, it's
What?
Mirana gonna
EHOME's
be
turn
their
to
offlane
pick.
hero. He's gonna be a cog. Are they
Okay.
gonna contest the lane and leave Mirana 1v1? Probably
What
not.
is, I love it.
So it's a huge change up from what Newbie usually does. I'm not sure if this means that they want to contest the lane and leave I guess they won't leave Morphling 1v1 against Bad Rider. It's just gonna be Mirana offlane running around shooting arrows, farm the jungle with your arrow, or just try to set up a gank at the middle lane. They have a pretty decent setup with DK. You can consider going for an early point in Dragon Tail if Mirana is running into gank. So you stun, and he shoots his arrow, and you get an easy kill onto the Razor. But that lane is gonna be quite favored by Razor. Razor should be able to have an upper hand in the 1v1 matchup. So DK might need a hand from the Mirana roaming in to set up a kill so that DK will be
10
able to
seconds remaining.
farm much better, or maybe even take the tower with the kill.
5
I gotta ask, man,
seconds
why
remaining.
Rubik? Of all the heroes.
They have a lot of good spells to steal if you ask me. I would love to steal Disruption from SD and make my own Morphling Illusions. And you have the Null Field against all the spell damage. They have a lot of spell damage from Luna, Bad
Prepare
Rider.
for battle.
It's a good setup for the arrow, good setup for the Dragon Knight as well. And I know he loves to play the hero apart from the Lion.
Hero with the most magic or pure damage
Yep.
by 25 minutes.
But it still seems rather strange. Like Lion, maybe the much more stable pick to have the Hex and the Mana Drain to remove the illusions. But 011, they're going to be scouted up by Chuan, breaking his smoke, not allowing him to place that very important ward. But is this going to be the bait? They see 011 running away, but his team is smoking in from the side. Oh, but there is a ward there. They might have seen the rotation because the smoke just ended. Yep, they know. They know what's up. Do they?
They're
Okay,
gonna go
they
right
don't
into
know.
move. They get the disruption off. They've got the follow up there. They're gonna get the stun off. Old Venom coming in. They get the leash off as well. Looks like there's gonna be plenty of damage. He sprays out some fire, but that is his last breath. Old Chicken getting the first blood for himself.
Wait, I thought they saw him. Like everyone was running away, but the DK walked in. I don't know, man. I thought they saw him. Maybe they didn't.
No one saw me change my kill prediction after that first blood. Whoops.
That is bad. First blood to the Razor. I mean, this lane is just gonna... It's already a tough lane for DK, and now it's just gonna be even
The
harder with
battle
the first blood.
begins.
Going to Old Chicken there. So it is Shadow Demon Ogre with the Luna going towards the bottom lane. So they might be thinking that Newbie are trying to contest their lane with the Mirana, so they are trying to dodge the lane. And Newbie is also trying to move their carry towards the top lane. Musical
So
lanes.
everyone just kind of being like, I don't want to fight them. I don't want to do that. Let's change it up. And well, no one's going to be meeting each other head on. We're just going to have Moo coming in. Again, the static link doing so much work. Look at old Chicken just zapping him up. Going to be getting himself some extra damage.
Good luck, bro.
This guy's now hitting with literally 20. He is worse than Techies. It's just saying a lot, man.
This lane setup would... Maybe this setup is probably a little better for EHOME. Because Bad Rider can just push out the lane and jungle. I mean, I guess Kai P is also doing the same thing. He's just using his arrow in the jungle. It's gonna come down to whether the Mirana is gonna be able to get any successful arrows and create kill opportunities elsewhere. Bottom lane with the Rubik, maybe they can kill the Shadow Demon or the Luna. If Rubik gets a couple of levels, say level 3, and he has 2 points in Fate Bolt, they have enough damage to finish off a hero when they land an arrow. mid lane because it's gonna be extremely Razor favorite right now. I'm not sure if there's gonna be any opportunity for the Mirana to set up a kill here.
I mean, do you think Moo's going to be able to get what he needs to out of the lane, or will Razor eventually force him out, starved and huddled over?
He's gonna. I mean, he's still gonna get some farm with the spam of Brief Fire. He's not gonna be completely getting zero farm, but
Dire's
Razor
top
is just
tower
gonna be
is
getting
under
the
attack.
bigger share of the pie here in the mid lane.
Going back in, we're going to have Old Lanham just beep-bopping up the Morphling, but
The strongest hero. The strongest hero in the first 5 minutes in the game. Like, no one is gonna be able to fight him. 8 armor, 4 HP regen, oh god.
yeah,
Yeah,
4.3. He is just, he's perma-tangoed right now.
you just don't want to fight. Like, this guy is just gonna be a
The
nuisance
prize
in the
is
first
mine.
5 minutes of the game. Like, you pick the hero just so you can do this. You stabilize your lanes, and then later into the game, you're just gonna buff your carries with Bloodlust. That's like the biggest reason you pick the hero in the late game. The Bloodlust is very, very strong. And the Aghanims is always a dream. People always tell me, oh, you picked Ogre. Some point you're gonna get the Aghanims and you're gonna destroy the enemy. Yeah, but it always never happens. It's just a dream.
All right, Old Chicken once again going in. That leash getting 77 damage now. He's going in, prioritizing that, popping the second point in. So, I mean, like you mentioned, Moo using the
Oh,
breathe
how
fire.
top lane. He has 5
Radiant's
stacks
top
of sticky
tower is
napalm
under
on it. He has
attack.
13 magic wand charges.
Oh, with the Oracle able to go through, bust him up. Looks like Old Lanham is going to be able to go through, end up popping him down. That's going to be a very, very good
Nope.
Morphling. No! They're going to turn it around onto the Ogre.
Wait, he did not continue. He did not use his napalm. Like, he lost the stacks of napalm on the morphing. Otherwise, he could have maybe gone for that kill. And if he got that kill, he traded traded the support for it. It would have been worth it. But in the end, not using his napalm in time, so he didn't get the additional stack onto it.
Oh man, this is,
Radiant's
it's looking
bottom tower is under
kind of
attack.
quirky, you know, all around the map. We are going to have Ice diving pretty deep there. That 1 point in Glaives means there's a little chip damage onto the bottom tower, but Chuan doing a decent job as the Rubik holding this. I say that, Caster Curse, as there will be disruption coming back up. The Loosen Beep to hold him in place. He's going to tunnel his way
Surrounded.
through the trees. He goes for the lift. He builds himself a bridge out of Shadow Demon's corpse, but it looks like he will still end up popping. He's going to be getting away just barely. The arrow comes in. Fenrir going to be the one to lose his life, and somehow Chuan is still alive. That telekinesis up and stroll underneath
Oh, mid lane.
absolutely saved his life.
The Ogre managed to set up a kill onto the Dragonite as well. This Dragonite has not been able to catch a break, and so far only having 6 CS, so he's gonna have a very, very tough time. And that's the reason why you get Windlace. Windlace is a really good item, saving Chuan there, giving that extra bit of move speed for him to be able to get out of trouble at the bottom lane.
All right, so Morphling sitting back, getting a decent amount of farm for himself, but who's your real hero right now? Oh god, hold that thought as Moo is going to be getting out. Old Lanham once again going in. This is going to be the Dragon Tail to come back in, but Lanham, he's still sitting there. This is going to be the Plasma Shield coming back in. Oh golly gee, that is once again a dead
no.
DK. 2-0-1 on Old Chicken right now. Can he be stopped? He's huge, he's electric, and he's just going forward.
And the Dragonite pick once again not working for Newbee. Like, this hero,
Radiant's middle tower
I mean,
is
what's
under
their
attack.
big objective with the Dragonite pick? Because with
They-
the Drow Ranger, they can get a lot of push when they've got the Dragon form, but
it's
right
rather
now...
it's like rather strange they pick the Dragonite without like a pushing lineup. They just pick him as a mid hero that can, you know, somewhat scale. You have a stun, you can push towers. But right now you see why teams don't really pick the hero. Like, you can get easily abused in a lane by a range hero like this. And if you don't get a good start, he's like Viper, you know, if you don't get a good start, the hero doesn't do much later.
He's going to be strolling on in, but little does he know, there's going to be his favorite buddy waiting in the trees.
Little does he know that a party is gonna greet him soon.
Yeah, they're going in. Meanwhile, up top, we are going to have the Bat Rider getting some decent levels for himself. Almost finding his lasso at level 6, but I mean, it's all going to be down to can Moo get anything done. Now, here's the situation. If Morphling just gets a lot of farm and left alone and able to do whatever he wants, does it matter that the Dragonite's just getting pummeled on?
Yeah, but then Dragonite won't be able to contribute as much. And if you look at
Radiant's
Morphing now,
bottom
he's
tower
left alone
is
at
under
top, and he
attack.
can't really farm against the Bat Rider. He needs
Oh,
his
down
support.
bottom, there's going to be a deep dive in. They look at the Sun Touch one. There's going to be the disruption up, and they've got enough damage in with ice going in. There's going to be a little faithful popping around.
This is not looking good for Newbee. Their early game is just getting overrun by EHOME. All their lanes are doing very badly. Top lane Morphing's not farming well. Dragonite is just not getting much farm in mid lane and
Radiant's
bottom lane.
middle tower is
Right
under
now,
attack.
EHOME getting the kills and pulling this Luna even further ahead. top on the CS chart with the Razor. This is looking
Radiant's
real bad
bottom
for
tower
Newbee
is
right now.
under
EHOME
attack.
dominating all the lanes
Radiant
with this
structures
roaming
are
ogre.
fortified.
All right, so Moo coming back through. I mean, he's slowly but surely working his way up, but just he's not getting a lot in terms
Yeah.
of last hits. I mean, this jungling Mirana's got more than
And
him
what
at this
is the
point.
Mirana supposed to do right now? Like, he can't set up any kills in the lanes because they
Radiant's
have lost
bottom
all their
tower
lanes.
is under attack. Radiant's
What
bottom
is he
tower
meant to
has
do?
fallen.
Well, smoke up, I guess, is going to be the option. Looking for
Okay,
the wraparound up
011.
top.
This is a kill if they get the lift on him. Or they land an arrow first somehow.
I mean, they're going to be investing a lot of
Oh
resources there, and
dear,
that rider just
he's
skitters
running
back.
away. This is bad.
Is this just Newbie kind of, it's a long day, they're feeling tired, they're falling apart at the seams, or is this just
Yeah.
EHOME playing so crisp?
And EHOME understands that right now the only lane that they can kill is the Bat Rider, and he's playing
Radiant's
very safe.
bottom tower
They
is
even
under
dropped a
attack.
sentry rod behind and previously scanned the jungle as well. They are reading Newbie like a book right now. They know what they're doing.
Chuan going in very deep. They know the telekinesis is the key to start this off. There is going to be the ping exactly where he's at. But
Okay.
Batrider gets the read there. They're pinging out. They know what's going on. And it seems like they're bringing in enough resources that EHOME might be able to take this in their favor. Shadow Demon coming in to get the disruption off onto the Morphling. They're going to be going in. Oh my golly gee. How trying to morph strength for all he's worth. The Old 11 coming back in. The waveform coming out. Now, there is going to be the level 6 onto the Bat Rider, but he doesn't pick up the lasso. There will be the arrow snapping at Old Lanham, but either way, EHOME were the ones that got rotated on, and EHOME were the ones that drove back Newbee. They're not hurting whatsoever, and Razor was farming that entire time.
Yeah, they can't really fight with the Luna popping her level 7 and she has ultimate up. Like, EHOME is just
Radiant's
way
middle
superior in
tower
terms of
is
team
under
fight.
attack.
EHOME won their lanes, they have better team fight. Bat Rider's gonna get his blink.
Oh, chicken? I don't think he's big enough to fight on just 3 heroes,
He's
but
not afraid.
oh, look at the damage. He's going to be going down so low. One more hit. Is it going to be enough? He's going to be going in.
Oh, the cloak. He has a cloak allowing him to survive, and the infused rain drop blocks so much of that spell damage here. And here comes 011. Revenge for his teammate.
Oh, they go in off the plasma field. EHOME, please relax.
Don't bully my friend, says 011, and he punishes Newbee for their
Radiant's top
insolence,
tower
trying
is
to
under
kill the
attack.
Razor, which is... You're so
Dire's middle
damn
tower
tanky. He
is
had the
under
cloak
attack.
and the infused rain drop.
And now he picks up the Hood of Defiance,
fortified.
completed along with his boots, along with the Wraith Band
Yeah,
at
what-
8 minutes in.
What is Newbee gonna do to kill him? Like, right now,
Radiant's top tower has
majority of the
fallen.
damage is just spell. They don't have much physical damage.
I mean, we saw Razor literally go into 3 heroes, busting spells on him, and they couldn't do crap.
That's why when you have 200 gold, get a infused rain drop. You know, when you have a slot. Do not miss out on that item. That item is just so damn good right now.
Winter tips right there.
Cheap item, free MMR if you get that item.
Alright, so Shadow Demon sitting down bottom. He himself is getting a little bit farmed up. I mean, he's got himself his infused raindrops, taking a note out of Winter's notebook and his little boots and flying in some observer wards, but...
Lamb. Oh. Okay.
Alright, that's something.
You got caught up by the Rubik lift into the Dragonite stun and just going down there, but this Dragonite is not gonna be able to like pressure a tower. Like when you're playing against Dragonite as a mid hero, you should always constantly stay in the lane so you don't allow him to get your tower.
Meanwhile, down bottom, Shadow Demon 1v1ing the Morphling and forcing the Morphling back.
Not something you hear all the time, you know? The support forcing the carry back.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Wow, this is not good.
Dire's middle
011
tower is
here.
under attack.
Yes, 1 skill point save. Actually 2 skill points save, yes. He's level 8. 3 in Napalm, 3 in Firefly. Pondering whether he wants to get a point in Flame Break and Lasso if needed. More flame here. In danger of a gank. Disruption.
He's going to be going and he starts off the party. There is going to be stun to follow up from Old Lanham. They also have the lasso from Old 11 if they want to go in there. It's going to be no blink on the Bat Rider. And with KP coming in, they've often stun him instead. There's going to be the lasso coming out. Old 11 switching targets. They should still be able to find some blood off of this, but Oracle coming in, saving his teammates. Either way, mid lane, that does mean Dragonite left all to his lonesome. Eclipse just dropped down finally. Plasma Field from Razor seals the deal.
Arrow not gonna land, but Dragonite just not
Yeah,
catching the break.
Marana, poor buddy. Leaping into the trees just to sit by his lonesome and
Okay,
contemplate death.
this game is just getting out of control. Like Newbee are just not getting a break. Like this is the problem with the last pick Rubik here. I'm not sure what they can do with the Mirana off. position 3. They're not
Radiant's
getting
middle
enough
tower
done.
has
That's why I was...
fallen.
Sorry, not the last pick Rubik, the last pick... Morphling, right?
Oh, Razor. For EHOME, it was Rubik.
Oh yeah, last pick Rubik for Newbee. I just didn't expect the Mirana to be on a core position this game with how they set up their first few picks. Now they're getting run over, and if they had a fight, it's much easier for them to take the team fight to have a chance to come back into the game. But right now they do not have any big AoE team fights, and EHOME having the Luna Eclipse and the initiation from Lasso, it's much easier for them to take a team fight. And 011, he goes for the Aether Lens first this game instead of the Blink. You see this a lot when Bad Riders are playing against Oracle. You don't go for the Blink because you always get countered by False Promise, but Olam...
They use scan, he knows there's going to be a TP out, and he's going to get lifted up. They might be able to find the Mercy kill onto the Ogre. It takes them everything they've got, a 4-hero rotation. They will eventually find the kill.
It's not an important kill, but for Newbee's position, they're going to be happy with whatever they get right now. But as I was saying, like, they needed a team fight hero, but they chose to go for Mirana offlane, which is not working out at all for them. So they're not going to be able to take team fights against EHOME for a long period of time until they get BKBs on their hero switch.
Oh, okay, Fenrir goes in. They're going to get the disruption off. Morphling wanted to be aggressive here, but he's sorely going to regret that. They go in. They've got Morphling illusions for days there. Will be the Moonlight Shadow coming back out. It's all the rest of the heroes rotated, but oh, Chicken, he's got so much extra damage. He's hasted up. He can just book it out of this fight. And now that's going to be EHOME just sitting back and farming.
Razor is just a huge menace right now. He went for 4 points in Unstable Current. No points in ultimate, has a hood, has a boots of travel. Oh gosh, he's so speedy.
Hold 11 down bottom, does have the lasso at the ready, gonna get stunned up by Moose. So bat on Flying Dragon action. There is gonna be Starstorm coming down. The Breathe Fire does secure the kill. So EHOME may be getting a little bit overzealous right here, but Old Chicken comes in, ready to just grind up and get some more kills for himself, sitting 3-0-4. Boots of Travel's completed already.
Yep, he's waiting for the Ogre to come in. They need a stun. Ogre, can he get it in range?
No, he's not able to do so.
Wind Lace and Bloodlust, still not enough speed for him to get into position to
Could
get
they have
that
caught the
stun.
Lucent Beam? It seems like that was in range.
Still too far though, I'm not sure. But they didn't get the kill, he got the TP out. Top lane Fenrir here, hiding in the trees. Maybe he's waiting for a teammate to TP in so he can set up a kill onto the Rubik here. Okay, Bad Rider's coming in.
They're going to be going in. They start things off with a little Purge holding him in place. They will be the steal, though. That could be a turnaround because he's going to lift back up. They will be able to go through. Fenrir going to take the Purge now, but he's completely fine. That's going to be a very, very Ted Tuan burning up at the fire. Goodbye, Golden Rubik. And now down bottom, there is going to be Moose stunned up by the Ogre Magi. They are going to bring an Ice as well. The Eclipse flying out of there. They are able to go through, but oh, the Oracle will get the save out to move for now. But it looks like Oracle may give his life for that. Either way, EHOME exercising some restraint. They got a kill. They got what they wanted. They forced rotations. They're not going to get too greedy here. It seems like the later this goes, the more it's going to favor EHOME, so they don't have to get too YOLO.
Yeah, their late game is just much more scary with the SD plus Luna, and morphing without much farm is also not too scary for EHOME. And they have a very huge Razor as well on top of the huge Luna, so EHOME definitely very, very content with their position in the game right now.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the draft of EHOME, and obviously you see a Luna, you see heroes like the Bat Rider, you know they're going to scale up very efficiently into the late game. When was Newbee hoping their power spike was going to be?
I don't think they expected the lanes to go this bad on top lane.
They're going to go in, but they do have the Boots of Travel on the Razor. He's going to join the party. You look at the lasso off for the How. It looks like How is going to get all his damage stolen. He's waveforming away, but it's not going to be far enough. They are going to bring in the stun there. Moo is going to go through. They will be the Moonlight Shadow going back in, and Razor actually in a bit of trouble. He's going to be doing a lot of damage there, but his health pool not exactly fantastic. Old 11 going to get napalm up. The stolen napalm from the Rubik, able to do the job. Old 11, Chicken, he's stunned up. He's going to get disrupted up by his buddy, and looks like KP could be in some trouble with Ogre. He comes in, he's stomping around, and somehow Old Chicken's still alive, still doing damage. He's got his Storm riding through, and then looking for the kill onto Moo. They don't really have any mana left into Old Ladham to get something done, but the Shadow Poison might be enough. They've got the leash coming back on in. Razor between that field, able to catch on the 2. Morphling, though, respawning, coming back in, taking a stun from the Ogre Magi, and Old Chicken just doing what he can. It will be the Oracle going in. He's going to go get the Purge on the 2, and Fenrir, they're running for his life, getting healed up there. I know. Oh, that's going to be 2 dead. Or just 1. As Old Ladham is able to get the stun off.
This Hood of Defiance on Old Chicken has been doing wonders for him in the team fights. Constantly keeping him barely alive in the team fights. Man, this is just such a good pickup for the hero this game. Very good selection by Old Chicken.
And Old Ladham, I mean, he's gone down 3 times, which is, I mean, compared to the rest of his team's record, a lot, but him being the sacrificial lamb is completely fine because he's still getting what he needs to out of this. He's going to pick up a 4-step very shortly.
Yeah, he just needs to make sure that the cores don't die and just give them bloodlust, buy wards. It's not that important that if he constantly stays alive, as long as the cores are alive and they are able to constantly scale and stack ancients and farm the Luna up, and they go into a late game with a very big Luna and with Shadow Demon, it's very, very difficult for Newbee to deal with that.
And Razor picking himself up what appears to be the makings of a BKB. I mean, could be a funky way to build Aghanims, but I really doubt he's going to go for that. Do you think we're going to see a Sanj Nyasha build on him?
Didn't he go for Dragonlance?
Oh, there he goes. Yeah, he picks up the rest of it.
Yeah, I was like a bit confused. I'm like,
Yeah, and he's tired. Ignore me.
I mean, SMY after this is
Smoke
still...
pops. They're going to run into move. They do get the Eclipse up. There is going to be the arrow to connect on her. Looks like she could be dead, but they are going to go in with the disruption going back on in. They do bring the Ogre Magi. Unfortunately, they lose the Luna before the fight even starts. Ultimately, they close the lasso, and they're going to bring an Old Chicken. He is able to get the leash off onto Moo. Not exactly the most crucial damage target, but they should still be able to get the bat down nonetheless. KP on the high ground, going to be the next target, trying to walk away, but stuck between a rock and a hard place, able to leap to safety. But Old Chicken is so fast coming at you, and looks like one more plasma field will get the job done. He doesn't even need to use it. He's just whipping you down there. Static Link to the rescue, and Old Chicken now dominating. He still hasn't died this game.
This Razor is just so strong at this stage of the game, and even after the Dragonlance, it's still a really good option to continue to build into more stats, SMY. So he moves faster, he can keep chasing his targets. I mean, this Razor is just out of control right now. Their heroes are not well equipped to deal with a Razor this farm into the, like, 80 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Newbee and you've got the Razor and the Luna in front of you and a nice tasty buffet, like, who do you even go on? It seems like there's just too many priority targets on EHOME.
Yeah, and they don't even have enough, like, damage because Razor went for an early hood. That hood is just causing so much problems for Newbee trying to take down the Razor. Just a very good, excellent item selection there by Old Chicken. So Newbee needs to farm a lot more physical damage to deal with the Razor, which is not going to come anytime near.
Oh, and Luna is going to take the enemy Ancient stack, so there's not even a comeback mechanism for the Morphling.
Yeah, Dragonite has just completed a Shadow Blade though, so this might be the tool to help them get a few crucial pickoffs and help them come back into the game. But the deep wards there placed by EHOME is going to scout out the fact that Moo has his Shadow Blade ready. So they're going to be able to place sentries and thus...
The warding from EHOME has been completely on point here. Now they're going for the wraparound. How? Going to be zip-zapping back, but they should still be able to get him. They get him stunned up. They get the leash off. He's going to be morphing strength, but I don't think there's much you can do about that. The movement shot comes in, but they still know exactly where he is, courtesy of the leash. They know everyone else is joining the party. Old Chicken gets stunned up. Breathe Power connecting onto him. He's going to get bloodlusted up. Look at the telekinesis to hold him up. He might be going down here. He's getting low, but again, the hood just doing so much work. He's so gosh darn tanky. Old 11 going to pay the price for his teammate Freed, but still able to survive, and this should still end up favoring EHOME unless they lose more and more heroes here. The Luna slowly but surely making her way into the fight. She's got her Eclipse for 1 second if she wants to go back in. Ready to drop the load, and that's going to be an Eclipse here. A solo onto Moo, blasting him down. Oh my, this is EHOME just walking on Newbee.
Man, he really should stop using Purifying Flames on the Razor.
Yeah, it saved him like
it's
twice.
like, because it's not dealing as much damage as it should be because of the hood, but it's still giving him the same amount of heal. So in multiple occasions the heal has been saving the Razor, and he really should not use it unless he can use it to get the kill on the Razor.
I mean, they're going in, KP getting healed up by the Purifying Flames. The arrow going to come in, just connecting onto an illusion, but I mean, these illusions are so tanky and they're doing so much damage.
This is not looking good again for Newbee. Once again, after getting that one pick off there, but losing the Dragonite at the end because he stayed behind to farm, got solo Eclipse, and with the Dragonite down, EHOME were able to get another tower.
I mean, can Morphling ever come back from this? Assuming for the rest of the game he's left on his own to farm and beef up and do whatever he likes, is he going to get big enough to contest the Razor and the Luna?
I mean, he can. Like, Morphling is very similar to like how a Juggernaut plays when you have Blink, Battle Fury. You want to constantly push out the lane, split push, and you move around with your Replicate, and you want to force them to go back and defend. They don't have too much reliable lockdown for Morphling. If you look at EHOME Slam, they have the lasso and the stun from the Ogre. That's about it. Not very good lockdowns for a hero like Morphling, and we now have the Lincoln, so it's gonna be much more difficult for the bear either to lasso you without a force staff or use to break the Lincolns. So I would say
Dire's
that
top
there's
tower is
still
under
hope for the
attack.
Morphling to get big enough
Dire's
to
structures are
force
fortified.
EHOME back constantly and not allowing them to 5-man and to drag out the game long enough for him to be able to carry it alone.
I like this decision from EHOME. They go, they smoke up, they ping out the top lane like, hey, should we contest the tier 1?
Dire's top
Nope.
Nah,
tower has
open tier
fallen.
3s, dude. With the Shadow Demon Luna, they're able to bounce around those glaives, and they should be able to very easily clean up the structures. They're the ones forcing the rotations back. Arrow coming through, not going to place on anyone. Meanwhile, the Batrider able to go through, get a nice juicy target, lifted up in the air, but Moo now finding himself victim to Old Lanham's leash, and there will be the end of the fight coming out here as Moo is just going to be ambling around under the Moonlight Shadow looking for something, but on the back line, we've got more and more Lunas joining the party. There's going to be a Dragon Tail onto Old Chicken. He gets stuck with the arrow as well, but the follow-up's not there. Man, look at that multicast, Juan. He's eating some dirt, and now there's going to be a billion ices ripping away onto the structures, and we'll lose some theme there to follow up. One more hit means that's a dead Dragonite. We could be at GG territory right now. DK dead for 45 seconds. A lane of rocks cleaned up in 22 minutes. And this Razor seems like he's just stronger than ever.
Yeah, they just managed to hit their timings very, very well. They get the Manta, they siege when they got the Manta on the Luna, and a Shadow Demon already has 4 points into Disruption. So they have all they need to facilitate the push, despite not having a mech because they don't really have a good hero to build. I mean, you used to build mech on Razor, but not anymore nowadays, so we don't see that from Old Chicken. But overall, they were able to take Rax without having those items because of the lead they have right now. And the Disruption Illusions just allow them to siege safely without too much risk. Roshan will be the next big priority right now for EHOME before they go for the next siege. And we'll see what Newbee can actually farm up in the meantime. They're gonna have, okay, they have the Aghanims up on the Mirana, that's gonna help them. But Morphling is not big enough yet. He needs to be able to get that E-Blade, so if he snipes someone right away from the fight, he might be able to stop or deter EHOME from pushing.
This Roche should go down pretty quickly. They're going to multicast everyone. So they're hitting hard, they're hitting fast. Old Chicken is double damaged up, which, I mean, you can't really see on the Razor because he's already glowing blue and electric, but either way, it's going to be very quick. And if Newbee know what's going on, they cannot step foot in the pit.
I mean, 11 has to be much more careful with his initiations. The last time he went in very, very quickly when he saw an opening on the Oracle, but he got punished. I mean, they just need to siege with the illusions, and everyone else just needs to stand behind and wait for the best opportunity for him to blink and lasso. He really wants to get the Oracle, because if he doesn't get the Oracle, then he can't really lasso any other targets because of the false promise.
Dire's middle tower is under
So Old
attack.
Chicken actually going for a much more expensive stats item than I suggested. He's going for the Skadi instead of the SNY.
Morphling just sitting back again. Does have the replicate.
He
And
doesn't
we'll be
care.
hopping back right now.
He's fine. He desperately wants to get his E-Blade. Like, he needs the E-Blade to be able to snipe one hero to stop the push, but not going to have the time to farm it. That's unfortunate for him. Like, Old Chicken is going to boost of travel into his team fairly soon.
Going into the Alpha Wolf right now, and this tower might not be long for this world. We have Moo with the Dragon Form at the ready. He's going to get dragged up there. Oracle able to purge off the lasso, so saving his life for now, but that means that Oracle is going to be just a little bit weaker going forward in the fights. Lanham's going to eat an arrow. That seems like the fight stalled out a little bit for now, but the Moonlight Shadow expiring, and EHOME are just going to slow siege this again with Old Chicken here. He's got himself the makings of a Scotty. He is hitting so hard right now. And look at KP just getting blasted out from those glaives bouncing. This tier 3 should end up going down with the next wave of push, and Moo taking some serious damage. Looks like Luna going to get the credit for killing that tower. Disrupting coming back up. How? In some serious trouble. Napalm stacks for Dave. He's going to get killed up by the Oracle, but how much work can he really do? The waveform back in. Ice. In some trouble. Has the Aegis at the ready if necessary, and How going to get Ghost Sceptered up, but still blasted down. Ogre doing that magic damage, and looks like the Morphling going to be Morphling strength, but will end up falling. There is a buyback on the Morphling, and needs to be spent up. Quan dropping down to the unstoppable streak of the Razor. 6-0-11, and the GG comes out in favor of EHOME once again.
Man, this game, I gotta say, the Hood pickup almost single-handedly won EHOME the game. That was such an amazing item selection by the Razor, not something you see so often. He went for first item Hood after bottle boots. That was just amazing, like, understanding by Old Chicken. That majority of the newbies' damage came from spell. They lost their lanes. They are not able to get any physical damage items. Everyone is far behind. I get a hood, I'm gonna survive everything, and I'm just gonna be able to single-handedly steamroll them throughout the game.
All right, so definitely unbelievable performance from EHOME. Shout out to Old Chicken, man. That was just mid winning the game.
Game winning hood right there, you know.
And Newbee, I mean, any last thoughts on this team? A team that people thought would be just an easy stomp around. People had them in the top, 1 or 2 teams in all of TI.
I don't like the picks they had today, like the strategies that they chose to go for today. It was not very reliable in the current meta, and you could see why. Like the Mirana offlane this game didn't work out. The last game they went for a push strat, a Dragonite mid. I don't think they played particularly badly apart from the last game where the Void could have played a lot better with Chrono. This game is like no one made any big mistakes. It's just that the overall strat, the laning phase didn't work out for them. They are not meant to win the laning phase with their heroes like this.
All right, so that will be the end of our English coverage today for TI6. But come back tomorrow, we're going to have our final day of group stages, teams battling it out to seed themselves well into the brackets for the TI main event. Definitely a lot at stake here. So again, come back tomorrow. I'm Android, that's Winter. Hopefully you enjoyed the cast, and feel free to let us know. Anyway.